Hey Getup Nation, Nardi here. I am 6 weeks postpartum and I wanted to share this workout with you guys. If you are following me on Instagram and Facebook, you know I've been doing nice easy walks throughout my postpartum recovery. So this is a treadmill lit workout. It's light intensity training, light interval intensity. We're going to do 20 seconds on, 40 seconds off. For the 20 seconds, we're going to be doing a brisk walk. For the 40 seconds, we're going to just take it down to make it a little bit slower. I'm going to tell you guys what mile per hour I'm going so you can keep up or try to keep up or follow along with me in the workout. Again, if you're not following me on Instagram or Facebook, go ahead and do that. I'm going to post all the links for everything in the description below. You can intensify this workout for yourself. For me, I'm not really trying to lose weight right now. I won't start going hard until September. I'm going to post all the details to that also in the description on my new postpartum, or should I say snapback routine that's coming out. You can intensify your workout if you're trying to lose weight and you just want to do something that's nice and easy, but yet still is challenging by adding a weighted vest. This vest is 12 pounds. But I'm not going to use it again. Or you could put a dumbbell in your hand and walk with that as you're going. You can change the incline, little things like that you can do. So if you're going to do that for your 20 seconds of work, you can change the incline. If not, just keep it with me and rock with me. Ready? So there's no warm up to this workout. There's no music. You're going to have to put your headphones on or do like me because, we don't want copyright infringement. So again, no workout. I'm going to put a link to a workout, nice little warm up in the description below. And we're going to just go right into it. I'm using my interval timer. This way I don't have to use the treadmill or ask the treadmill what to do. And this is a new fancy treadmill that you got to push buttons. I wish I could just push start and it starts, but it doesn't. It loads up and gets fancy. All right, so I'm gonna go straight to 3 miles an hour just to get going. And I'm gonna push the timer right now. So for my brisk walk, I think I'm gonna go to 4. And here we go, we're gonna do 20 seconds at 4 miles per hour. Again, I will tell you guys what my mile per hour is. So if you're doing it, you want to make sure you're taking nice deep breaths and you're moving your arms and you're just going. All right, we got 5 more seconds. Then we're going to bring it back down to 3 miles an hour for 40 seconds. So again, we're not trying to go too fast. We're just keep it at a walk, right? So if you can walk at 5 miles an hour for your brisk walk, you can increase the mile per hour. Alright. Alright, here we go. We're going right back to 4. And I'm going to step big steps, move those arms faster. So the faster my legs move, the faster my arms are moving. And as you're doing the workout, you want to engage your core, keep it nice and tight. Taking nice deep breaths into your nose, shoulder breaths out your mouth. And here we go, right back down to 3. 20 seconds go by real quick. So if this is the first time you're going to be doing this workout with me, you can just keep it with me, and then the next time you can change your intervals for your miles per hour. So if you were at 3 for your recovery, which is this is the rest time, you can make it 3.5, and then you can make your work time 4.5. And we're going to change it up just a little bit, just to see as we go. So here we go. Let's go to 4.1 for my brisk walk. there's no music playing in the video, because you know, YouTube, Facebook, everybody with their copyright, so I don't want to strike on that. But you can still do the workout, put on your own music, 5 more seconds. We're going to bring it up to 4.2. And go. 4.2. Alright, here we go, back down to 3. So I'm going to keep my recovery at 3 the entire time, based on how I'm feeling. And then every time I go to the work, I'm going to add a point. So we just did 4.2, I'm going to go to 4.3 next. Ten more seconds, and then we're going to go back up, and then we're going to go to, 4.3 this time. So here we go, 4.3. And this way you can gradually feel, as the speed increase, how good you can keep it at the brisk walk. So you're trying not to run. So open up your stride, move those arms. Here we go, back down to 3. So when you're doing your brisk walk, you want to open up your stride. This way you're not running. Alright, because we're not running for this one. And I can tell you, like, my hips feel different since I had the baby. It's much tighter, so I'm working on stretching in between. Alright, here we go, back down to 3. No, up to 4, I'm sorry. So 4.4. So we're in the work, 4.4. Alright, back down to 3. challenge to keep the walk at 5. It's all in the hips. Switch. Alright, 5 more seconds. We're going to go to 4.9, right? 4.9. Move those arms, move those hips, stomach tight. 3 more seconds. 10 seconds left. 5 seconds. Already back to 3. Woo. Alright, so we're going to go down to, we'll go to 5. 5 next. 5 next. So if you need to drink water during your recovery time, it's a good time to sip, don't gulp, take deep breaths. Here we go. 5 miles an hour. Ready? And go. Quick. Move those arms, stomach tight. Move those feet. Switch the hips. Deep breathing. Here we go. Back down to 3. Gotta get to the button. Push the button. Right, we're not going past 5. We're going to go back down to 4.9 and then reverse the order for the next 9-10 minutes. And then we're done. Deep breathing. Alright, here we go, 4.9. Deep breathing. Five more seconds. 3. 3 miles an hour. Deep breathing. So you could do this workout every other day if you want. It's really good. Really trains the heart. Still make you almost feel like you're doing HIIT if I feel like it because I'm hot. Alright, 4.8 guys. Class walk. And you can make it as challenging as you want. And remember, everybody's fitness level is different, so if you can't hold it here and you're doing 3.8 instead, and back to 3. And you're doing 3.8 for your work time and your recovery is 2 miles an hour, that's fine. You know, you start somewhere and you build on that. Alright, nice deep breathing. Remember, if you're drinking water, sip, don't gulp. It's best if you hydrate yourself before exercise. Ready? And 4.7, right? 4.7. Before exercise, and then when you're doing your exercise, depending on how long it's going for, you know, you take sips as you go. Ready? Back down to 3. And when you go to your recovery, right, Don't be huffing and puffing. Don't hold on. All right, if you're doing that, it's not light intensity. It's more like a hit, but kill yourself. No. All right, so take your time. Deep breathing. You want to practice the same type of breathing when you're doing your work time and your rest time. Be the same type of breathing pattern. Deep breaths to control your breathing. 5 more seconds. We're going to go to 4.6. Ready, go. And my bad if I messed up the mile per hour. I'm trying to remember which one I just touched. So, hopefully, big step, big step. Ready, down to 3 miles an hour. I wish I could switch this music in my ear, but I'm stuck. Because if I mess with it, the timer stops going. Alright. 15 seconds left. Remember, same deep breathing. Let's have to fast forward this thing. Alright, ready? Here we go. 4.5, right? 4.5. Big step. Deep breathing. Move those arms. 5 more seconds. Ready? Back down to 3. Or whatever your mile per hour is. Seconds. Where are we? 4.4. Here we go. Ready? Go. 4.4. And back down to 3. So again, if you're holding on and you're slouching over the treadmill, you want to lower your speed. We're taking it easy on this. Still a challenge, still a little good workout, but you don't want to overexert yourself too much, especially if this is the first time you're doing it. Here we go, 4.3. And we're just keeping it nice and easy. Trust me, this is one of the easier workouts on the treadmill. Here we go. Back down to 3. Starting to feel it in my feet. I want to just pull my shoe off. Oh, almost there, almost there. So I'm taking a deeper breath in through my nose and shoulder control breath out my mouth. So I'm not doing, you don't want to be doing that, whether you're doing hip or lip. Alright? So you go 5 seconds, we're going to go to 4.2, right? 4.2. Nice and easy. Deep breath. 10 seconds. Back down to 3. And remember, when you're doing any exercise, you're training your core, you want to work on your posture, you don't want to lean into it too much because you're not going up an incline. Alright, so you want to stand up tall, keep your core tight, and let it do some work. Seconds. I'm going to go to 4.1, and then back down to 4, and then we're done. Here we go, 4.1. Nice deep breathing. Back down to 3. I probably should have told you guys this before at the beginning, but if you're not used to a treadmill, like if you just push the numbers, instead of pushing the speed plus and minus, it takes you right to the miles per hour, right? So if you wanted to do like 4.2, you tap it right away. So 4 and 2 right away, and it gets you there. That's generally how treadmills work. If you wanted to just go to that flat number, you just push it. Like right now, I'm going to push 4. It takes me right to 4. So that's why it's so easy for me to switch instead of pushing the plus and minus sign. My bad for not saying that at the beginning. I just thought of it like maybe I should mention it. Ready? Back down to 3. Ready for me? Come. Come. Is the bottle short? Come. You fed him over? Oh, okay, I'm coming out now. All right. Last 15 seconds, guys. Gotta go to mommy duties. All right, deep breathing, 10 seconds. Almost there. And time. All right, you could do a 3-minute steady walk to finish up.